resolution number 8, which is introduced by Commissioner Charlie Housewright and Commissioner Gibson. Commissioner Gibson, would you present that resolution, please?
Thank you, the Honorable Jeff Barrett, Vice Chairman and member of the Hawkins County Board of Commissioners in regular session. This met this 29th day of August 2022. The resolution in reference is utilizing available TDEC, Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation funding for upgrades of the existing infrastructure water line for the first utility district of Hawkins County, whereas additional funding has been made available from TDEC and additional to the ARPA funding exclusively for upgrades of potable water lines in Hawkins County, Tennessee, and whereas the attached letter shows an estimate for upgrades to the original infrastructure lines laid in 1948 to areas in Churchill, including Oak Street, Grandview Street, and Ridgeway Avenue. This area has outages, including Churchill Middle School and Churchill Middle and Intermediate School, which affects hundreds of children during the school year. Replacing and updating lines in the original infrastructure ensures reliable water flow to the schools, existing churches, and area residents. And whereas the current estimate cost of this project is $703,100, but price will increase, and this project must meet all TDEC guidelines. Therefore, be it resolved that the area of the first utility district of Hawkins County be considered for upgrades to original infrastructure from available TDEC funding. Mr. Chairman, on behalf of Charlie Housewright and myself, I so move.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Resolution number 8 has been presented by Commissioner Gibson and on behalf of Commissioner Housewright. And resolution number 8 has a second by Commissioner Kearns. Do we have any discussion or questions regarding resolution number 8? Commissioner Klotz, do you have a question? Oh, okay, let's go. Sorry, Mr. Gibbs, go ahead.
You give me mixed up with Tom now, This is a project that, talking with the director of fire, that these lines were put in, like I said, 1948. They were supposed to be cast iron pipes, that they have asbestos in them. And, you know, this is on the scorecard, which they do have to meet. And so, you know, if you notice on the last, be considered for upgrades. So, you know, this is something that does need to be fixed, and hopefully with this TDEC money that it can be done. Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Barker.
Okay. My only problem with this is that we got that grant that is for water and infrastructure, and we keep putting these projects in, and we know that it's got to go through the grant money first. So, and you know, if it's a need, as you say it is, then it's going to score high on anyway. So why are we going back and trying to take it out of the ARPA money, because that's supposed to be the match money? And we got, if you look across the county, we got probably, I think, 10, 15 projects that we got turned in, and I think most of them are going to fall within that 1.6 million. So why don't we wait and see if we get the 1.6 million, the ARPA money is going to be there? And why do we keep putting these resolutions in for, you know, certain projects? And I understand, you know, what you're saying, but Persia has asbestos. We got people over on New Salem Road that have water that if they turn on their faucet, it ignites. So, you know, there's definitely a need there. So why don't we let the scores score themselves out? And I think the projects that are really needed, as this one probably is, will score high and will be funded, instead of going back to the ARPA money all the time, and let the ARPA money be the match money as it was intended to be.
Okay. Commissioner Thacker.
We talked about this during the budget process last month, and we talked about it last week, during the budget hearing. And we went over all these, and Mr. Gibson was going to find out if, see, the city's got grants too for water lines, sewer lines and so forth. Mr. Gibson, do you know how much the city got in grants for?
The city got, no, I don't remember how much it is. They got somewhat over, I think over $1 million, but, you know, after we talked about it, I did talk with the mayor, and that, as I told you at the time, I thought it all was going to sewer, and that is for every, for that sewer plant.
Well, that, yeah, you said we're going to go for a sewer, and the reason I raised the question was, as of last week, I knew the city's got the grant also, and this is inside the city, and I forget those different words, but that was my question, and if you knew how much money that they actually got in grants for a project such as this.
Okay. Commissioner Correa.
Commissioner Barker, I think this is the third month we've been waiting on the grant. You got any update on when this might be?
They're going to college right now, Mr. Burrell.
When you want to-
Yes, and all projects have been turned in. We will know in November. The awards will be made in November. You're welcome.
Okay. Is there any more questions or discussion regarding resolution number 8?
I wanted to add this, I did have that in a text message. Churchill got 1.276 million and some change. That's what they did get.
Okay. Okay. Any more questions or discussion?
Well, Commissioner Barton, what was your recommendation?
So let it go through the water and infrastructure grant like we had talked about doing since day one, when we realized we had that money. And then let the ARPA money be the match, so therefore it would be funded on both sides. Instead of putting all these resolutions in to guarantee that you get certain places, get certain things. I just think it's not fair to all the others who are going through the regular process.
Is this written such that the ARPA money would fund this, or it just says in addition to?
When I was approached about this was, the ARPA money was not supposed to be, this was supposed to be the TDEC money, nothing dealing with the ARPA money. And if I need to amend that it does not include ARPA money except for the match, I will do that.
Well, I guess I'm speaking without being on the board, but I just want to clarify that. This doesn't look like it says it involves, I don't think it needs to be amended, because I don't think it says anything about spending ARPA money. It says in addition to.
My understanding when I was approached about this was that it would not include ARPA money except like everything else with the match, that this just included that TDEC.
Well, when you say in addition to ARPA funding, it looks like there that you're asking for ARPA funding.
I'm very open, we'll, if we need to, I'll make a motion, that we remove that about ARPA funding and put it except for the match.
Just strike that in addition to ARPA funding.
Yes. I will make that as a motion that we strike it in addition to ARPA funding.
I'll second it.
It's an amendment, is that correct? Commissioner? Just a second. All right, Keith Gibson made that amendment. Who made the second?
I did.
We have one. Okay, Mark Webb.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I put it on the
Thank
board.
you. Thank you, Mark.
And if you do look at the bottom, at the last line, it says that the area first utility district of Hawkins County be considered for upgrades to original infrastructures from available TDEC funding. It plainly states it right there.
We'll just strike that few words for clarity.
ready? Okay. All right, we've got a motion for an amendment made by Commissioner Gibson, it's been seconded by Commissioner DeWitt. Any discussion on the amendment? Okay, at this time, we will vote on the amendment.
Sixteen yes, 2 no, 3 absent.
Okay. Now then, we will vote on resolution number 8 as amended.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question?
Commissioner Rogers.
So, I really don't know who I'm asking this question to, but let's say that we pass this resolution, and of course, it's a worthy cause, and let's say that for whatever reason, TDEC doesn't score it high enough. Does TDEC then have the option not to fund it if they so choose, regardless of whether or not this motion is in place?
Yes.
So the answer is yes, that regardless of whether or not we pass this resolution, really has no bearing on whether the Tennessee Department of Environmental Conservation actually funds this project. Is that correct?
We have to get in the running.
They would need to know what projects you want to try to fund, but they would be the ultimate decision on if they're eligible.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion on the resolution as amended? Everybody ready to vote? Ms. Dukes, are we ready on your end?
Their vote?
Okay, everybody cast your vote.
Fifteen yes, 3 no, 3 absent.
Okay. Resolution number 8 passed.